Hello and welcome back everybody, this is Black Shoes here. Welcome to episode 2 of War Thunder Crash Landing. Today is our first live episodes, I'm going to call it. I'm just going to get to taking off while I'm saying this. What we're doing today is we are kind of doing, and I'm doing an episode, this will be if you have landing gear problems. Primarily both of them, so I'm going to snap the landing gear off on this by going far too fast. I'm also probably going to end up overheating the engines in the process. The reason I'm calling it a... Oops, I'm getting my warning now. The reason I'm calling it a live episode is I'm going to do it in one take. I'm either going to be able to do it or I'm not, okay? Oh, there's my back landing gear gone. And also, it's not necessarily safely. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to land the plane without being ejected from it automatically. So that press J to eject will come up. But or J, whatever people call it. There's one of them off. One more to go now. Plane's pulling to the right is funny. Need to counteract it. The engine's oil is far too high, but that's okay. That's almost ignition point actually in a real plane. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna hopefully make it. There we go. I need to get a bit of altitude now. So I'm also not, I don't want to lose my engines either. Or like have a fire or an oil leak. A fuel leak or something. So yeah, that's the whole idea of this episode. Oops. Don't want to stall either. If you ever do stall, just push forward and put your throttle up as high as possible. See if you keep it at 97%. I've found out that that's enough. So yeah, just make sure that you do well with it, and yeah, it should be fine. So this is my first attempt. I've never really tried this before. I've practiced some kind of stuff. So what you want to do is you want to do, I'd say you want to practice your approach once. So you want, the whole idea is get your flaps as low as possible, landing primarily. Keep your turns tight around here. It's really hard to make that turn. What you want to do is you want to try and reduce your speed. 95%. Try and get the flaps down. Oops, nope, no, yeah. That's bad. Okay, so I've now just lost my flaps. Okay, what you want to do is you try and bring it down to the runway. You want to hit your engine, cut your engines out completely just before you hit, and then glide along. So we're going to do a practice run now. Practice run over the runway, practice pass. At 60% because... I'll put it to 30 because that's how I normally land it. That might be different for you, but that's how it is for me. So 33%, around 30 to 50 I would say is a good landing. Thing with these bigger planes, you know, you can't really glide them down like we're going to have to. I'm going to shut down the engine. That's it, shut down now. So you instantly begin to drop. Don't let it drop though, or it'll end up on the ground. All I can really say about this is one's going to be quite hard to fail. No, I can stall it. Let's see what happens when you stall one of these planes. Oh, nope, that's a really, really bad stall. Nose down, help! Oh, no. Engine, quick. That's not going very well. Let's try and pull out of it that way. Oh, no, it's made things worse. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Why is my airspeed only at... Oh, goodness. Well, this is a bit of a pickle. How on earth am I going to get myself out of that? Don't stall biplanes. It doesn't end well. You know, my altitude's dropping quite a lot, but that's okay. Even a wee bit of... Right, I'm stalling. Okay. That was I put that on a wee bit early, so I'm gonna need to really throttle it out of trouble here. Down maybe 60. Keep the speed there a wee bit. So now we've straightened up, kind of. We would be cutting the ignition now, so we'd be cutting the engines like I've just done there. Probably see I've just done, so I'm gonna power them back up again to full power. Okay, come on. Power, please. Yeah, I've got power again, that's good. It takes a wee minute, don't do that. It's scary. Anyway, so that's the whole practice. So I would do that a couple of times. I'm just gonna go for it because I'm making a video and I do not, under any circumstances, want to bore you. The days of boring my viewers are over. So, yeah, let's pull up, get to a decent altitude, and then let's get to oil pressure, oil heat, oil temperature, and then let's get to a no landing gear landing, one flap landing. The worst thing you can do now is put your flaps down. Watch what happens now. It pushes you to the side quite a lot. Don't do that, it's not good. So, okay. These episodes don't have cuts because they're live, so I'm just gonna try and rush my ascent a little bit, which isn't very clever, but I'll try and do my best. Also, I'm using I'm not using any mouse controls here, as you can probably see, because they're very good in the combat situations, but they're not very good in this crash landing thing. I feel they're not quite as precise. I don't know why I do that. I just seem to. So, I'd be a weird pilot not be able to justify my actions. Not like that. Okay, so let's try and use mouse controls to go up. Okay, so welcome back everybody. Sorry about that, my computer seems to have crashed. I promise I'm trying to keep this as live as possible. But with crashing computers that's very difficult. So I've got to the kind of same point as far as I can tell. I think it's pretty similar. So I'm making quite a... You want to make a really kind of flat approach here. You don't want to make it too steep. You don't want to be going down a hill when you've got no landing gear to land on, you know. You don't want to be coming in too fast. Because it's like... You know, it's like a boat landing on water almost. A good way to describe it, I think. Right, okay, there's the runway there. It's really deceiving. Don't try and do what I just did and put the gear down. Because there isn't any. Okay, so let's go around here. Okay, I'm gonna go to hand controls now because I feel better with them. Wait, no, don't go to 50. You want to keep it a wee bit higher, kind of about 50-60% this time. The reason for that is it'll give you a much nicer approach. Oh, I've got no flaps here. This is not gonna be nice. This isn't gonna be a graceful touchdown at all. So I'll get a wee bit lower. I'll be down at like about 300 feet when you cut your engine. Want to wait till the propellers completely stop, but not too long after that. So just nice and quick after that. Just put it on the ground like that. Oh, it's still not touched down. What's going on? How am I gaining altitude? There we go. So it's not fired me out of the aircraft like it would in a giant crash. So that's how you safely land it. Sorta. Like the pilot survived because... Sorry, my computer crashed again. Right, anyway, thanks for watching. That's how you land a plane so the pilot doesn't completely die. He survives. So, or she survives. But, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode on Monday.